you like this video, click like. If you want to continue to follow our adventure, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated.
Hello, Loves on the Road subscribers and followers. A few days ago, a few weeks ago, not sure how long ago, I guess it was just a few days ago, I did a video where I mentioned the hurricanes, Irma, and I stated that, my sympathies went out to them, and I'll do whatever I can to, help. I think in that video that we posted a link to a charity that would help out Irma victims. Anyway, John made a good point, and I've been dwelling on this point for some time. I've been really thinking about what he said, and I wanted to make a video about it, but I wasn't sure which approach to take. But he said lower Florida, especially in the Keys, is really bad. He says, but your simpler way of life may be what many displaced people need to follow. You, Bob Wells, which is another, he's a nomad. I think he does a van videos. He lives in a van and does videos. And other nomads may have knowledge that may many others get through this challenging time. And I said, thank you, we'll do whatever we can to help. And he responded back, the overall message of hope that you can not only survive, but thrive. And that was the word that really stuck in my head, thrive. Without all that stuff, may almost be as valuable as clean water to many. All that stuff, thrive. I really like those words. I really like those two words, stuff and thrive, because that's what we've been talking about. Now, I haven't talked about thrive, but I have talked about stuff. I feel like the camera's too far away from me, but I don't want to pull it over because then I have to readjust everything. Okay, we live in a pop-up camper, and I agree, I don't want to say how great we are, because I don't. I think that we always are learning new things, overcoming new challenges. But I think the word thrive, let's focus on that word for a minute. Why do we thrive? It's a state of mind, I think. We thrive because, first, we don't have the stuff that everybody else has, so we have to have a state of mind to thrive. So what makes us thrive? Well, first, we're just very happy to be out here. We thrive because we feel mentally healthy. But let's talk about the hurricane victims. What can I do in this video? If every hurricane victim was able to watch this video, what can I show them that would help them thrive through their terrible situation? And before I get too deep into this, I do want to again state that my heart really goes out to the hurricane victims, both all over the world. I mean, we got the islands down there, Florida, Texas. It's just been a terrible season, and I really hope that folks are getting back on their feet. I really, really hope that folks are getting back on their feet and things are getting better for them. So, I think what you have to do is you have to be aware that you could be in a situation where things could go really wrong. And some preparation has to be involved. Okay, you have to ask yourself, and I've said this in other videos, you have to ask yourself, what can I absolutely live without? Okay, make that list. And then you have to ask, okay, what is it that I absolutely have to have? And that's key. Once you figure that out, then you can start doing your mental state of mind, Then you can start getting into your state of mind. I've got the bare essentials. So for me and Carolyn, what is the bare essentials for me and Carolyn? And if I parked my pop-up down there right now, would I be able to thrive? So here's what we got. We got a generator. Now, I do recognize down in Florida, they don't have gas, so generator might be a problem. In that case, you're going to want to look at, solar panels, anything that can produce electric. Now, the other thing you can do is try to get enough fuel, to run your generator. Our generator can run 9 hours on a gallon of gas. So you might be able to get 5 gallons, that's 40 hours. How much electric do you need? Now, that's not, again, we don't run the generator full time. We use the generator to charge batteries, and then the rest of the time we are living off battery power. So you just got to get the batteries charged. So down in Florida, plenty of sun, I think. So you might be able to get solar panels and a little bit of electricity through your generator. I don't know. I'm just throwing these things out because if you need to thrive through these terrible situations, then you have to think about how to get the resources you need. Water. Now there's a big one. Water. I can imagine you have to be able, well, I know. Not imagine, I know. Water is a big deal. As a matter of fact, when we first started this adventure, I wouldn't stay at a campground that didn't have water. Now I've stayed at 2. Water is a big deal, and even though everybody says the water in these national forests are safe, I don't believe they're safe. So, to prepare for those bad situations, you have to have a filtration system. And you may want to consider boiling your water. That means you got to be able to collect firewood, all kinds of things. So water and electricity, those 2 things we have to have. Another thing I thought about thriving, state of mind, was cleanliness. For me, cleanliness is a big deal, and I've talked about cleanliness a lot. I needed a shower. Carolyn said, when we started this adventure, we can just clean up with washcloths. No, I'd like to have a shower. So when you're thinking about thriving, what is the minimal type of shower, if that is important to you, that you're willing to have? Carolyn said she could use a washcloth, but I needed water coming down over my head. I had to have it, so I had to figure out how to make that work. So, of course, we just got a shower tent. Now, in a hurricane situation, you may be able to think of something else. You might be able to just get inside your building, whatever the case may be. But while you're limited on your water, remember, you can't use a lot. Carolyn and I, both of us, only use about 3.5 gallons of water. Both of us. Not like she uses 3.5 and I use 3.5. We total use 3.5 gallons of water when showering. But what you do is you get yourself wet, soap up, get your shampoo on. If you shave like I do in the shower, shave, and then rinse off. And you use a low velocity or a high pressure, low volume water shower head. We use a hose, which really works really good. It's a pocket hose. So, but the key to this whole conversation is thriving. The key is, if you're going to thrive, what is it that you got to have to thrive? What is going to make you, your state of mind, happy enough to thrive? It's very interesting. I really tried to put a lot of thought into this. And I know I just gave you a few basic functions of what it is that you need to, or what we need to thrive. But thriving is a state of mind. Some folks may say, I can't live without TV. Well, that's pretty rough statement. You can't live without TV. So, okay, well, if you need to thrive, if you need to have a good state of mind, what are you going to do for TV? But then again, thrive. Can you thrive without a TV? We can. So, anyway, I really wanted to throw that out there. I gave it a lot of thought, and I appreciate John for throwing that out for us to think about and see what we can do to communicate that message. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you like the video, and happy travel.